Okay, so in this video, we're going to discuss the differences between Dragon Ball Z Broly and Dragon Ball Super Broly, but more importantly, we're going to discuss the differences between their control devices, the logic behind them, and which control devices make which character the better character. Because as you know, we've seen the argument from the Shield Dragon Ball tubers, the Shield Dragon Ball theorists, that allegedly the new Broly is supposed to be a better character, a better version of Broly in general. So I'm gonna have to debunk that, but I'm gonna do it through the control devices. So let's start out with the Dragon Ball Super Broly. So when he was introduced, we didn't know how well or how his control device really worked. A lot of us had theories, a lot of us had thoughts, but it was basically the way that Dragon Ball tends to work now. What you see is what you get. We had tons of theories about how the control device actually worked, but it actually came out to be just a common shock collar that you would use on any animal, a dog, a lion, a tiger, anything that you wanted to control like a common animal. So this makes little to no sense, because if you have a character that's in the tier of Beerus or beyond, I mean, the press releases have said that Broly is beyond Beerus, then logically a common everyday shock collar definitely shouldn't work on a character of that level, especially seeing as we have precedents set that a character of that magnitude, even lesser, would it be able to instantly break a item like that just by charging their ki. And mind you, this shock collar does not have any special ki control qualities. It's just on the simple level of Paragus telling Broly to do something, and if he disobeys, he gets a shock and it puts him in check, which is very pathetic. And I mean, his motivation or lack of motivation, or purposeful lack of motivation to escape his father's control because, ooh, the big scary shock collar, it just kind of, it devalues this new Broly and makes him a complete joke. I mean, the guy literally gets scared the moment that he sees this remote. That, you know, he fears that shock. But if this Broly is supposed to be a fighting machine, then you would expect him to be like, well, F that little shock collar, you know, I'm gonna raise my ki and break out of it. I mean, we do see that characters can raise their ki and break foreign objects on their body at will, or just by, you know, pumping up their body, they can break objects like that. I mean, there's tons of precedents set in Dragon Ball, even Dragon Ball Super, where something like that just shouldn't work, and it's evidence of the poor writing and poor consistency and poor logic in Dragon Ball Super Broly. Now let's transition over to Dragon Ball Z Broly, or Movie 8 Broly, however you want to refer to him as. His control device worked on the level of mind control, and it's evidence of a much better Broly and a much better story, because logically, no matter how strong you get, mind control is mind control. This was the level of control that the former device had over Broly. So he could be as strong as he wanted to be. Paragus had control, he had the reins, because it was mind control. There was not really a physical stimuli. It was just, you know, basically what it seemed like in the movie is that Broly was kind of borderline sedated and comatose while that control device was on his head, and then the catalyst of Kakarot, a old PTSD that Broly had, was enough to, you know, cause him to just break the control of the mind control. It freed him. It freed the actual primal him, and it made a lot more sense. So in that way, this old Broly, the Movie 8 Broly, was a far better, far more believable Broly, with his control device being used to control him for so long. I mean, just a lot that was handled with Dragon Ball Super Broly was terrible, but I thought that making this comparison between the different control devices would serve as a piece of evidence as to why the old Broly was better, because it was a more believable method of control. i.e. mind control, being used to control someone of that caliber and of that tier. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to agree with me when I say this. A shock collar should not work on someone that's literally beyond God tier. And I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. I thought this was just an interesting tidbit that I would bring to you guys, and it would cause some thought-provoking conversations in the true Dragon Ball community, not the shield Dragon Ball community. So let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell. Which is more meaningful to you? Which is more feasible to you? The shock collar or the mind control device? Leave that in the comment section below as well, because I would like to have some insight on that. So without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and do so through the Streamlab links and the Patreon links down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.